Thank
I have
you.
one more
Welcome.
person,
Thank
but
you,
we can
sister.
still
We are
just
live. We
introduce.
are live, ladies. We are live. Welcome to another show. But today, Blessing Chuku is hosting us. So over to you, Miss Blessing Chuku.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so excited to have all these wonderful ladies with me. Welcome. Welcome everybody to my channel, Real Blessing Chuku Show. I hope we're all staying okay and maintaining that social distancing. How are we doing? Today we are going to be talking about which way Nigeria. Because a lot of things has been happening in Nigeria, which we all know that is going on. The brutality of police, the SARS, the SWAT, they are calling it now. I guess they have switched the name to something else. But anyways, I welcome you ladies. But before we go forward, I'd like to introduce the ladies on my table. First at the table, we have the Real Lillian Show. Miss Lillian is a talk show host. She's a film director. She is an actress. She's a talk show host. And she is always helping people. She is a computer guru, this woman. She knows
I'm still learning.
everything about anything that you want to turn around. Miss Lillian
Enough.
is there
Thank
for
you.
you. And Miss Lillian loves to help people regardless of what, without caring of herself. She is a very selfless woman. Welcome to the table, Miss Lillian Emefiele.
Thank you so much. Ali
At the
Meke, so my husband
table,
will be
we
happy.
have Queen Amina. Queen Amina, this woman wears so many hats. She is a talk show host also, and she holds the Vigo Award in Canada every year. This woman is a mover, she's a shaker, she's a no-nonsense woman. Her slogan is, I cannot talk about the bad news. Everything bad, I turn it into good, and she is always helping the regular people, you know, the everyday heroes of the world. She is always making sure that they are awarded for what they have done. Welcome to the table, Queen Amina. She is
Thank
in
you so
Canada.
much.
Also on the table, we have our Foxy Mama Show 365, Nina Chukweke. Nina is a big talk show in the Canada area. She is hosting, she is unbelievable. You need to check out her channel, Foxy
Thank you
Mama
so much.
365. Miss
Thank
Nena
you
is
so much.
always bringing women world to life and making women's life come to reality. You need to check out her show. She is on one of those reality shows. Welcome to the table, Miss Nena. Also, I have on the table my very good pastor, my sister, my best friend, a woman of integrity, a woman of God, a woman that has traveled all over the world. She just came back from Nigeria. So all these things happening, she's going to be letting us in what we should do about that with prayer, with all the pastors all over the world. We know what we're talking about all these pastors. She is no other than Pastor Mrs. Blessing Ubudio. Welcome to the table.
Thank you,
I'm waiting for
sister.
one more
God
person,
bless
but we'll
you.
go on as we go. Two more people, actually. So I welcome each and every one of you ladies to the table. And
Thank you.
we all know what is going on in the world. But before we go any further to my questions and to my reasoning or whatever is going on, I would like us to share a little light. But please, we're going to use time to do this. We're going to do 2 minutes each so that everybody will get that chance to speak. Use your clock or watch, my sisters, my fellow talk show hosts. So put your clock on 2 minutes. You stop, the next person will answer the question as we go along. So I would like to have Real Lillian Show, to start to tell us what she thinks it's been going on in Nigeria for the past 2 weeks. I know it's unbelievable, and you have so much to talk about. So let's hear it. Go on, Miss Lillian.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and all my beautiful women colleagues that are here, and our pastor. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well,
Thank
like we
you.
all know, Nigeria seems to be on fire, fire, and it's putting everyone like in a mourning state right now. So it's something very heartbroken for so many of us to see that our country that is so well endowed with beautiful things, all sorts of gifted materials and wealth, and yet a lot of people are suffering, living under $1 a day. So it's something that the youths, they've felt that And not just the youth, the middle age, the old people. How would they retire? How would they live their life? They all felt that enough is enough. We have to get, we have to have a change so that we don't just die. God said, the Bible says that with long life will he satisfy you. He said he will give you 3 scores, which is 70. And if you have more strength, he will give you more. And we see that a lot of people, even in the Western country here, I've had people who live 100 plus. They're still kicking very well. And in Nigeria, we're saying the average lifespan is 50, which is very, very wrong. So what is going on in Nigeria is really so sad. It's very wrong. And I think truly enough is enough. We need justice. We need them to answer us. Everybody needs to give their voice so that the poor people will stop being oppressed. We want everybody to come up to live and have a basic thing for his or her life. So I'm going to leave my other sisters to talk. I know I'm going to come back again. There's so much to talk about today. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lillian, and welcome back again to the Real Blessing Chukwu Show. Okay, Miss Amina, Queen Amina, please share a light on what is going on. 2 minutes.
Well, thank you so much for having us on the show, and to everyone sitting with us. Yes, there's a lot, like Lillian said, there's a lot to talk about in Nigeria. What is going on in Nigeria? What is going on in Nigeria is my question back to the audience. Nigeria, what is going on? So we need to talk about it. What is going on?
Well, as of today, if I may jump in, thank you so much at the Miss Blessing for having all of us here. Thank you so much. And like this morning, there's been so much looting going on. Yesterday night, there was some food stuff found in a warehouse in Calabar. This morning in Jos, unfortunately, somebody has lost his life. He was trying to cut away in Benin City, trying to cut away with some goods, and he was hanging and he fell from the roof. So one person has died, which is so sad. In Kaduna as well, there has been also looting going on. So, Madam Queen, that's pretty much what is going on as at this morning.
I asked the question as if I don't know anymore, right?
Well, if I may add to what is going on right now, I was watching a video before we came up on the show in Ibadan right now. A politician has over 200 motorbikes, new ones, that he stocked in his house, and people now discovered it. So I am so happy for those, my lovely brothers and we sisters. They are jumping into each one of them and taking them away. So
very good.
It's very sad that we could have such thing stocked out somewhere and people are suffering. So that's another thing that is going on right now in Nigeria.
Thank you, Miss Lillian. Pastor Blessing, you're a pastor. All these things is going on in Nigeria. What is your take on this? What should the pastors do? And what do you think is going on? Tell us what is going on.
Thank you so much, my sister, for having us on this show. The thing, I think what the pastors need to do is to pray, because right now, what Nigeria need is the intervention of God. It just got to take control of the situation, because a lot has really gone wrong in the nation. Right now, the only thing that will save our country is just for God to let his peace reign on that land. Amen. That is what I think about it. Yeah, amen.
Let me take this opportunity for my second side of the 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
With all due blessings and respect, Pastor Blessing, God gave an instruction.
Yeah.
And that instruction is in 2 parts. One part is the contract. The other part is the delivery of that contract.
Yes.
2 Chronicles, where it says, until my people turn away from their wicked ways. That's an instruction. Then he goes to deliver that part of the contract. My part now as God is, then I will heal their land and bless them. I'm just paraphrasing. Pray until we turn Timbuktu blue. A contract is a contract. Why? Because our God is a just God. Yes, we are operating under mercy now. Yes, we are operating under grace. Yes, we are operating under Jesus is interceding for us. But the word of God, if we agree as Christians that it is true from Genesis to Revelation, then Second Chronicles is true too. And if you break it down as a contract, I don't agree that the pastors need to pray. The pastors themselves need to come right with God, because the Bible also told us that the prayer of a sinner hits the roof and go nowhere.
Hallelujah.
If you're tired to pray, what prayer are you praying to who? And
I never tire for prayer.
It's not time for prayer. It's not time for cleansing.
Exactly.
Una never tire for prayer.
My sisters.
Una never tire to pray. You would leave church and mosque.
I'm just keeping it real.
It's not.
Leave church and mosque out of it. Separate the states. Religion and state should not mix. Period.
Religion is
They have used religion to cover our eyes in Nigeria for too long. You guys,
wrong doctrine, wrong teaching.
Can you imagine?
Sleep with a girlfriend and come back on the pulpit
Wait,
and
wait,
talk
now,
about
wait, now we're coming to that
and
one.
the miracle will happen because the person believed, not because of the power of the pastor.
All right.
We go away from prayer right now.
Hallelujah.
In Nigeria.
Ooh,
We need
Rabaskata.
prayer, serious prayer. We need to continue to pray. Even though everything is going crazy, the only thing we can do is pray. But this time we have to really mean the prayer. I'm with Sister Amina right here. We need to really pray and pray and pray and really pray so that this evil in Nigeria needs to go. And I'm with Pastor Blessing.
Can
that
I-
we have to continue
okay.
to pray.
My dear sister, we know, my dear sister, we know a lot. Okay.
Go ahead.
Sister Lilia.
Go ahead, Pastor Blessing.
Pastor Blessing, go ahead.
Oh, okay, my sister. Yeah, I know there is nothing wrong in prayer, my sisters. And I know a lot is really going on in the house of God. We have fake pastors. We have people doing the wrong thing. That doesn't mean that God will not answer our prayer. Let me just use an example of David. When David was going to battle, the Lord, he asked, he have to inquire from God. Should I pursue? God asked him not to go. That is going to fight. But there are some battle we need to fight that we need to surrender it to God to intervene. That's why he said in one of his in one of the Bible portion that he said, the battle is the Lord. He's going to fight for us to hold our peace. God is already fighting the battle of the nation of Nigeria. You know, it's not everything that we have to come out violating the world, destroying things that we don't supposed to destroy. We have
I disagree.
Hello?
I disagree with the looting. I disagree with the destruction of properties. That I don't agree with. What you're talking about, King David, remember, King David, every single time he sinned, he repented. In the Hebrew word, the word repentance means never going back to it. King David,
I know.
Notice King David's sins were never recorded twice. He repents of it. He moves to a new, brand new sin. Our sin, we repent, we swim inside of it, and we continue to dive deep inside. That's my point. I'm not perfect. I'm a Christian. I am not perfect. But what I'm saying is, if we're going to come together to pray, we need to make sure that we are praying, with the right mindset. Okay? Number two, we're praying according to the will of God and according to his words. Not according to any selfish reasons. Because a lot of times these pastors, they are also looking for positions in these political places for their own selfish gain. That is where I have a problem with it. And when anything I talk on air, I'm talking it because I have spoken to certain people. I can prove it when I'm called upon. So I will not be generalizing anything that I'm saying here. There are discussions that
Miss Lillian.
Yeah. Okay. What I want to say here is that the Bible says in the book of Hebrew, it says faith without work is dead. I want to agree with what Foxy Mama said. You know, it's not that, Pastor Blessing, we're not saying that prayer is not good. I pray every second. But when you look at what is happening in Nigeria right now, religion is one of the biggest problems that we have. People are not practicing it like it used to be. You understand? As a young girl, not too far from this time, when you go to church and come back, you cry. Why do you cry? Because of the prayers, because of the message.
And the word, the message.
The word. We had Christianity and we had culture. When you go to your village, you can't even steal udara from a tree. You'll be so afraid of that red cloth that they tie there.
Yeah.
You can't take ube. But what is happening now? There is no fear. So that is where we lost it. So we now lost the touch from God and the fear of God. And people started doing what they like. And that is what compounded the problem of Nigeria. Even culturally, people are not afraid. Doesn't that mean one goes swear for now do me anything and not to I just jump and pass. So the culture too was gone. You understand? So what we are saying in essence here, why it looks like people are saying Christianity is not helping, prayer is enough. Is enough. That is that we are not seeing the life example. People are not living by that. One of my friends was telling me, I won't mention the company where he works, he was just telling me, he said, when they are going to assign them to a particular place, their boss, is a Christian pastor of a very prominent church. Just to make sure that the money not enter inside the palm, because they put it in my drawer. Oh, put the money, putting it in your drawer, not be your hand, they go take and too. So the thing is, that is what we are saying, that people are not living the life that they are saying that, oh, I'm a pastor, no integrity. I'll give my own self as an example. I bought a car on my name for a woman here who is a pastor. Less than 6 months, she defaulted. I mean, I'm forgiving her, even if she sees this show. I'm forgiving her. I love her. I have moved on. God has cleared me. She didn't show remorse. She said, So what we are saying is that there is no integrity in some of them. Let me not generalize that.
Yes, some
people that are Christians, there is no integrity. They are here, they are here. And while Sister Queen was saying something, most of them go to government. So that's why their mouth is sealed up. They can't say something.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I jump in?
Thank you, ladies. That is so true. Some of them work with the government to loot Nigeria. It's all about money. It's all about what can we do for you? And then they pray for them. Before they go to position, they come, they bring money, they go to their native doctor, they pray, they give money. They come to the pastors, they pray, they give money. And this is crazy. And they know what is really going on in this world. But let's keep moving because of time. So my next question now is, how all these senators, they make so much money, they have free house, free travel, jet, and all these things. Do we think is the right thing? And all the people in the government, is it a right thing to do for somebody sitting in position? Because I live in United States of America. They don't give a senator a house. They don't give him a jet. They don't give him more than he's supposed to be paid every month or every week, however they pay them. Nobody is giving them anything. Even I remember a very great mayor in Massachusetts where I lived. That man, his house, I know his house. This is a mayor for 30 years in Massachusetts. And in Nigeria, these people are being paid so much. What do we think? Let's start with Sister Nena. What do we think about this too much money business in Nigeria?
Thank you so much for having me again. I think at this point, the people are frustrated. It's ridiculous that at this, believe that the senators are earning about $30 million million naira a month. And we can't even pay 30,000 naira to the police. I think now they finally pushed past that bill. Those salaries are too much. Today I was listening to the Gavel on Channel show in which the House of Rep member was complaining and saying that, he should talk to the people, that they only take about 1% of the entire budget of Nigeria. The entire budget of Nigeria, I think, is about 13 trillion. So that they only pay themselves less than 1%. Now, I did the math. Less than 1% is 130 billion. 130 billion going to about 300, 400 people in a country where we have 200 million. Do the math. Do that math. 130 billion naira is going to be paid to maintain people in. And what, this is not even the senators, this is the House of Rep member. Like I think so. You can imagine, and we're a country of 220 million. So if those people, and he said, and he was saying it like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. I wish I was probably send the clip out so people can see. And you're thinking to yourself, in what world are we in? Like, how can that be right? You guys are earning some, and most of the time people don't even touch that salary. You know, this morning, I think one of the senators in Cross River State, his house was looted. Unfortunately, they burned down the house. They took, but how do you explain that you have 200 motorbikes in your parks? So, like, you have palliatives that for people.
Yes.
And people are hungry. People are hungry,
Wow, thank you so much. It is so crazy what is going on in Nigeria. Let us hear what you have to say, Pastor Blessing, about that. All this looting and killing and stealing and giving so much money to the people in government. They're supposed to be serving the people and not looting and hiding and stealing everything. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think they are really overdoing it. The money they are getting is really, really, really too much. Because if you can check also, like the police quarters in Nigeria is so bad. They're supposed to use that money to renovate the houses of police officers, the school. If you go to most of the police college, there is one they show the documentary in Ikeja. If you look the bathroom, the way the bathroom look, you cannot even enter there. Even the hostel they put the police officer, what will make them not to be aggressive to the masses? They are pouring their mind back to the masses, collecting money because the government are not taking care of them. They are not doing what they're supposed to do. Our senators are just going to the house to I don't know what they are really doing. They are just going to the house to sleep. If you see, there was a time I saw a video when they are doing meeting, deliberating on a matter. Just check. Half of our senators are sleeping. Why are they? Why? And they are taking big money. They are not using the money wisely. Even their gate man, the money they are paying, they will give them big money to pay their gate man. Maybe like their gate man, they're supposed to pay them like 50,000 naira. At the end of the day, the gate man will go with 10,000 or 12,000. Why? It's so bad. It's so bad. It's uncalled for.
It is so bad, isn't it? Very bad. Queen Amina, what do say you on this?
Well, the thing really is simple. Okay, Nigerian case looks so complicated, but it really isn't. I haven't lived outside Nigeria in a world where things work. Not that it's a perfect world out here, but you can see the gap between the rich and the poor, even though it's there. Let's not say it's not there. It is there, but it's not obvious. It's systematically there, right? You don't see an average person here carrying plaque on the street and say, I'm going to go and loot the municipal mayor's home. Why? Because if an average person here has no job, the government has a provision for them to receive what is called the welfare. A little money that is going to help you get by day until you find a job. Another thing that the government will do for you here is they're going to have a lot of agencies around that would help you find that job. They have facilities, they have programs where you can even go as an adult and start to learn either a trade or even school. Okay, those provisions are there. You're sick, you can go to the hospital. If it's a country where you have to pay, they will not say you must pay that money before they treat you. They will treat you and send you the bill. Okay, so these things are available here and it's working. The citizens are used to it and they are assured and they know that these things are working. Thereby, crime is kept down, anger is subsided because they know that their future is a little bit secured, even though we have issues here. Why am I saying this? Nigerian problem is simple. Okay, if Nigerian government will reduce, first of all, anybody in politics. We said this on the Real Blessing Lillian show yesterday. If Nigerian politics their salaries will be reduced to, first of all, minimum wage. Yeah. Let us see people that are completely interested in serving their community, not for the money, but for the sake of the citizens of Nigeria. That is one. I'm not saying they cannot give them like benefits here and there. They have maybe pension, guaranteed hospital, give them benefits for after they leave that place, they have something for life. Okay. But the money that gets to them, let it be reduced. Number two, nepotism needs to be stopped. Once you're in government, no relative, no brother, no sister should come and get any job from you. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's where they hide all the contracts in the name of this person is like me. My brother will be president. I am married to an Egujovo, so I have a different name. So I go there, it will not be connected to Bubu. You see? So these things just need their simple fix. Nigerian problem is easy fix.
It's easy.
Give jobs to people, secure their future, pension, pay the pensioners, build the schools, fix the roads. One Nigeria has enough money to fix Nigeria.
So right.
Bishop Oyedepo. These people have money. They can fix things.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Sister Lillian, what do you think on this about the senators? Too much money?
Thank you so much. Just like my other sisters, they have said, it's true. There's too much money for them. If these people are hired, they are civil servants. They are not business people in the government house.
No.
And people vote them there so that they can serve the country. So just like we are saying, they should look into their salaries. It should be reviewed. Yes. And when you are coming, give account of what you have. So let us know what you're coming in with. I mean, we're not saying, I say this all the time, we're not saying that because you're serving the government that you can't do business. You understand? We have people here who are in government who has their own private businesses that they do. You understand? They have so many of them like that. But they are not compromising the government money and the private money. If you do that, actually, you go to jail. So if you're creative and you have your own business, you can have your own business that you're doing. And also another thing that is making it look like a lot of our people are looting is that their education, some of just went to school, some of them just went to school and get the certificate. They are not thinking outside the box. No. What do you want to fall back to? When you look at a lot of people, Rick Santorum, or what's his name again now? So many of them, David Hazarod, all of them serve the government, but today they're all in CNN and as a CNN analyst. Exactly. They're all working there. So many of them. I talked about Hakabe the other day, who was the governor. He has his own show now, reality show. Exactly. So many of them like that. So the problem of Nigeria is that somebody goes to school, and even when you look at it with our young people these days, who have graduated since 5 years ago, they've not even done any refresher course. No. Since after that graduation. Since some few ones who have gone to do their
Lillian, you never chop, you they talk, of course.
No, but that is why they are looking to save. If you have money and business that you are doing, that you know that, after this thing, I'm going to fall back to this.
That's
You're not going to be looking at the money of the people. That's number one. Number two, our country, I say it all the time, we don't have love. Love is not I love you with the love of the Lord. That is not the love we're saying. Not that.
Agape love.
Love.
Agape love.
Agape love that Oyibo man who does not go to church have.
Yeah.
You see an Oyibo man or woman, if there is crisis in Haiti or anywhere, you see them crying, oh my God, this is an old woman. Can you tell me how I'm going to send some money? Oh my God, they've not eaten. Oh my God, they're so hungry. Oh my God. That is the kind of love we're talking about.
Yes. Just to buttress that, Lillian, before you go on, I actually received the call today. Because of Vigo Award, they know that we give arms. I actually received a call today from a stranger that said, oh, Queen, do you have any channel where we can send money for the people protesting so that they can have food and water?
That is great. Wonderful.
A white Canadian woman called me today. They found my name on Vigo Award page on Facebook and contacted me.
So that's what we're saying. That is what we're saying. Yes. We are not talking about church love or say God's love is there. But the love that God has created as a human being, just like was it Pastor Blessing that was saying that? how they pay their gate men 12,000.
Yeah.
How can you pay a full grown up a man with children, a woman that you have seen that has given birth to 4 or 5 children? You are paying them 30,000. Why will he not steal from you?
Yeah. You wouldn't even buy a bag of rice.
And that 30,000 naira is what your wife used to buy just one arm of fish that you people.
Yeah.
So fish, cream to rub.
Let's get cream to rub. So the truth of the matter is that, and that's why we Blessing Chuku asked the question that even the churches, what is their role? What are they doing? To me, just like Foxy Mama said it yesterday, if I'm privileged to have a position in Nigeria, I am not saying that, you know, churches or mosque or Buddhism or anything will not be there, but it's good to introduce love into their heart. Like the Bowman brought this school.
It's a lie. School will make me president. No church. No more. Everybody sit down for your house. Pray.
Bring
all the church. No.
Bring all the schools. Break all your schools. Charter school. You Christian.
Let me just throw this quickly.
Yes.
Can you imagine if all the churches in Nigeria, all the mosques in Nigeria were manufacturing plants?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I grew up in a church, huge edifice. To God be the glory. I love them, everything. However, I just keep thinking, oh wow, now this is a structure. I know there are so many of them everywhere. And I was thinking to myself, this is now a structure that is just standing. It's not earning any money. No. And I'm thinking that, oh wow, what if we had put all that money and turned this into a manufacturing plant? Even if it was only toothpick we were making. Everybody eats 3 times a day. Many of us don't go to dentists. Even if it's only toothpick we are manufacturing. Do you know how many jobs we'll produce? Do you know how many people will be paying? Do you know that building will be able to take care of itself? Do you understand? When you said you're bringing people
I have a question.
Egypt, you have to bring their minds too.
What about the schools? Our children are studying in a good
or even
I think that their mind is set on.
I know Redeemed Church says they want to have a Redeemed Church in every street. Now imagine if today, instead of having a Redeemed Church in every street, what if we were, you know, putting a housing structure where we can house people?
No, let me tell you what, sister.
I have a question.
Before I forget.
And Sister Blessing. I have a question for both of you.
Okay, so I think Lillian was making.
I wanted to just add something to what he said. I wanted to say the reason.
Pastor Blessing, jump in anytime and ask your question.
The reason why they are having that church here is not because they want to preach the gospel. I said it the other day, and some of them almost slandered my head and say, "Oh, what are you talking about?" It's franchisee. It's franchisee. It's only Nigerian pastors that are not saying that my churches are franchisee. Or you bought church, if you come here, Assemblies of God, you go to their Bible school, they'll tell you when you finish, take your name, it's franchisee, we give you X amount of money, go start your church, name it.
They're honest. They're honest about it. Yes,
it is franchisee because all those small parishes remit money to them. I better go on with your question after that. So
go ahead with your question, Queen Amina.
Sure.
My question is and it's to both of you. How many churches?
Both of us who?
Blessing and Pastor Blessing.
Okay.
How many churches did Jesus Christ have?
Hallelujah.
Answer.
Are you asking me that question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Church building now.
Church building. Jesus Christ did not build any church, but he did go to synagogue to pray and to pray, and also to preach. Okay. I'm really against having churches in every corner. I'm as a pastor, I'm a pastor. There are many things that is going on among the pastor that I'm not really happy about. I only speak for myself.
Okay.
Do you understand? I only speak for myself.
Right now we are only going to speak for
the Bible says the judgment will start from the church, which means the judgment will start from the pulpits.
Amen.
And I don't want us to start judging any pastor in this show, please.
No, I'm not judging them.
Yeah. What I want to say now is that we still have some churches that are doing charities. Like my church back in
a lot of them. But you see, the thing is, when they do the charity, is for, hey, look what I did. You know how the Bible talk in the book of Matthew that says that when your left hand give, your right should not know, your right give, your left should not know. We don't have that many places anymore. We have what is a microphone and a camera on the 5 bags of rice that they will.
I don't think it's every church that is doing it. It's not every church.
You know, I'm not
against any church. I'm not against any pastor. But what I want us to establish, because I will not come on this show if I didn't believe that it's for truth and is real. Okay?
Yes.
And that's what we are here for. So my next question for the audience, for the people that will listen to this broadcast and even watching us right now, what is the church? Is it the building or me and you? I want us to help our audience.
Me and you.
If
It's
you
me and you.
You and I.
If
all of us
me
in the
and
church,
you,
yes.
because the
Yes.
Bible says where
The
2
church
or
is the
3
people,
are
not the
gathered.
building.
He never says where one large building is planted and 1 million
No.
people are in there. That's where
No.
I'm going to come. So my question is, why do we need these churches and this money in the churches? Because
And you are
the money
building a
also-
church with almost 100 million naira.
That's my point. And the church also in the book of Malachi that they read to us all the time, if you read the whole book of Malachi, which I wouldn't want to go in right now, it has nothing to do with tithe and offering. Let me surprise you guys.
Let's keep that for another day.
We're not going to go into that. So when we say money goes into the church to keep food in my house, so that when the people come, they are hungry, they will find food. That means when I am a member of a church and I need to eat, the tithe and offering that have been going there should be a food bank in there that will help temporarily. If the church build a school, my children should be able to attend it without me going to break a bank or go and collect bribe before I will be.
That's true. That's true. That's one thing that is going on in Nigeria right now.
So what are we talking about?
They have the money, they make the money from the
what
people,
are we talking
but
about?
they are not helping the people. You know,
Can I tell Pastor Blessing? Pastor Blessing, can I do something? Pastor Blessing, man.
I'm hearing.
See, what we are saying is that we're not criticizing people. We're all Christians. We serve in our churches. But when you look at Nigeria now, for instance, let me break down something for you. A church in Nigeria that is rich, they have money. You understand? Because they don't just collect only tithe and offering. They get money from government and other charitable bodies. Now, there is nothing wrong in that church for the members of that church, their children, to write exam. Write exam. We're not saying put them where they're not fit to read. Write exam. When you pass, enter the school. This school is a charter school. It is free. Because, you know, we Nigerian Christians, we're easy to condemn unbelievers who have money. A lot of people say, Oprah, if they communicate with devil. Did we hear anybody talk about Mama Oprah like that? Oprah went to South Africa and built a school there for girls. And you go there, all she wants you to do is read, pass the exam, enter. And when you finish, there is scholarship to come abroad and study. So if our churches, that's what we are saying, that's our grievance. Let me tell you, I don't believe in giving rice and gari to people. Give them what we make them. Give them what we make them. Don't go to all those women. During this pandemic, I saw one pastor going to one village to give women wrapper. He's out of his mind. That's why he said they need wrapper. All those women say,
they need food.
This Gary one at the grind that we buy the machine so that you guys can be grinding your Gary well. Equip them. That is what people need. All those building of they want to build 100 million a congregation, a sitting position. We don't need it. That is what we are saying. Make the people comfortable, alleviate their problem. Why are we saying
them? Yeah,
exactly. When the church is doing this, the government will be afraid because the church has power. That's why the Catholic is very strong today. You understand what I'm saying? They build school. Sister B, I don't know if you remember in Lynn, Lynn, the Greater Bethlehem Church, the man that has that church, when I came to America newly, every Saturday you go there and collect food stuff. tomatoes, so pepper. Then every 6 months, every 6 months, he will take us to New York.
But in Nigeria, even when they give it to
Sister
them,
Blessing,
they do not.
Let me jump in here quickly.
Yes.
I'm not mad at the church. The church and the mosque have a role.
There's a lot going on there.
No, I am not mad at the church. The church and the mosque, they have a role to play, and they're doing their bit. Trust me, the church is doing their bit. I am angry at the government. You know, like we are speaking out against the church. Why aren't we speaking out more against our government officials? We need to. No, but I'm not going to attack any pastor here. I've said my own. I don't tell them. Maybe everybody sit down for their house, pray. Period. I'm not going to go into who did, who didn't do. I'm not here to judge anybody. You don't know what everybody's motive. So that's it. The church is doing their own bit. The mosques are doing their own bit. They're helping in their own little way. Let's end it there. Can they do more? By all means. But we, as the people, need to hold our government accountable. We need to stop making government offices, make them less attractive. For instance, when you leave government, why are they still collecting pension? Take away the pension. Maybe just the president can have pension, but all the senators, the state governors shouldn't keep collecting a pension forever. That is ridiculous. They give them cars. They give. I'm like, they keep taking care of. And I'm like, what? Why are the governors still collecting pension? Let's start there. You have served the office. Live there. Nigeria
cannot. Thank you, ladies.
Dry.
We can talk about this from now till next year. Nigeria needs change. That's my belief. Nigeria.
That is it. Yeah.
Nigeria needs to be transformed. Nigeria needs to stop this game that they are playing and need to, really take care of the people, especially our next generation, the youth and the baby boomers. They need to take care of them because Nigeria, if they don't change and turn from their wicked ways, like Sister Mina said, Second Chronicles.
That's Nigerian government. Nigerian government need to change.
Nigeria is going to destruction, and we do not need that. That brings me to my next question. Something is happening to somebody's phone. Okay, that brings me to my next question. Do you think there is less or more money allocated to each state? Sister Mina was trying to say that about the roads and everything to repair the roads, but they are not doing it, or are they giving them, they just pocketing it? Because I remember 2 years ago, I was in Nigeria. They were doing the road, where I come from. And that road that they were doing, they were just pouring sand and the cement and the concrete. They were not like kind of, stamping it like they do it here or mixing it up very well. So by the time what's his name? Roger said that the water now salt water, I don't flush them out. I'm like, what is going on? So do you guys think that they are giving them enough money? They're not just using it? Sister Lillian, answer that for us first. 2 minutes, everybody, please, for time. I can't hear you.
Our mics have been muted.
Okay. All right.
Okay, sorry. So the governors have enough money to take care of each state. They have money, and it all goes to accountability. They are not accountable. So each state has been located a particular amount of money. Are they utilizing it the way they should utilize it? To me, I'll say no. They are not utilizing it in the proper way. And that's where it goes to, somebody mentioned it earlier on. Don't give contracts to your families, brothers and friends, and be using all manner of names to get the contract. Take Delta State, for instance. The governor that served before this governor, he had a contract he was going to give out to somebody. I don't know whoever he gave that contract to. So if you know Warri very well, there's this place, when you get into Warri like this, it's called a Furu roundabout. And when you're coming from this part of it, is Ughelli into Warri. Now the Efuru road into the Ughelli road. If they make me the next governor, that's one of the first things I want to do, because anytime I pass that road, I get so angry. This person they gave the contract to make a simple, the road demarcation, just to make something very simple on that place. The person went, and what the person did there was, okay, I think I need to remove one part of Miss Blessing. Are you okay? Can you hear us?
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, something is on and it's echoing.
My battery was dying. I had to remove.
Okay, let her get it repaired now. We'll bring her back. So what happened? If you see the road pavement that they did in the middle, in fact, you can hold the party there. They now took the whole road. So let's say this is a road. Now they just took everything. In fact, the cars now, when they are moving, there's so much traffic. Do a pavement, just put a single line in the middle so that people will have space. They did not do that. You understand? So those are the kind of things we're saying. The state government, who are they allocating contracts to? What kind of people? They have enough money. So we're not going to say they should reduce the money. Each state government should do like what the Cross River state government, the government is doing right now. He bought a lot of buses now for the citizen so that they will be able to get into these buses, go to the places that they are going and come back on time. So to me, the money they are giving them to the state government is not too much, but are they utilizing it properly? I don't think so.
So Blessing, you're muted. So let me take it over from here. Let me jump in. So pretty much what has been going on is prior to all of the money, yes. Prior to this, the monies were being allocated directly to the local government, which I think we should return back to instead of giving the money to the state governors. So let the local government begin to collect their money. That way we can, that way the people can get a little independent and have their own money. Is the money too much? I don't know. Do we need to restructure and rethink everything? Currently, we operate a frugal system of governance in which it goes to the federal government and then the federal government begins to disburse. So a lot of things have to be restructured. I am up for restructuring. So definitely the money is coming to the state is not too much. However, I think instead of going to the state governors and then the governors begin to, have a control over it, I would rather that it goes direct to the local government.
But don't forget the local government too. The local government too needs to be reformed. Because the local government chairman now, when they put them in as local government chairman, in the next 6 months, they've owned like 100 houses. So what are you going to say about that?
The thing about it is that the people now have that, like, I can't go to my governor right now and talk to him. Yes. I can send you tweets and all of that. However, if someone in your local government where people live around, he usually, because most of the time the governors are in Abuja, right? Half of the time they're in Abuja seeking one thing or the other from the presidency and all of that. But local government, they're done for our village, they're done for house. So when they do, you carry yourself. Oh yeah, we carry platforms. When you make them more accountable, I think we need to really change that system in which the governors are just sitting down on huge funds and then they can do and undo.
Like exactly, and they're just looting us for nothing.
Yes, so and that way the funds get down to the people. If nothing else, it might not go the way we want it all the time, but at least it makes the people are more accessible to the people. That's
exactly. Pastor Blessing, what do you think on that?
Yeah, what I think is that
more money? Yes.
They don't need to give them more money because the one they are giving them, they are misusing it. Let me just give you an example. Huh?
Okay. We are hearing her.
Oh, okay. I said the money they are giving them, they don't need to add any more money to it. It's enough to do the work. What I say in this situation of a contract awarding to them is this. Most of the time when they gave the money to maybe like a contractor, you will see some people that will need settlement from the money they gave the contractor. The contractor may even settle like about 10 different section in the ministry where they gave him award. They award the contract to. By the time he finished settling about 10 different office in that in that ministry, the money that will be left will not be enough. The contractor too has to pay his workers, and at the end of the day, maybe the money will not reach anywhere. We just go to the market and buy whatever his hand can reach and use on the road. And at the end of the road will not be good again. And most of the time, these people they are awarding the contract to, at times they look for contractor that will give them a cheapest quotation, and maybe the government gave them like, let me just use an example, maybe like 10 million, you will be looking for a contractor that will give you the least quotation. Maybe they will have like 10 contractors, then maybe like this one bring like 10 million quotation, the other one bring like 7, the other, they will prefer to take the one that bring the quotation of 5 million. And at the end of the day, out of that 5 million, is still going to settle people. He's still going to give people that help him to get the contract.
That
so how
is
do you think
corruption. That
it's
is
corruption? Yes. Yeah. So how do you think? Yeah. How do you think that money will be enough for the contractor to work? At times they work half of the way and stop because the money got finished along the way. So all these things, we need our Nigerian government need change. The change have to start from the top.
Yes,
Yeah.
I totally agree. Thank you very much. I totally agree with that, because the thing that is going on in Nigeria with when they give them this money to repair the road, I hear that like you said, it goes from one hand to the other hand, one hand to the other. Who got the contract? Who suggested the contract? Who brought the contract? Is that what they're supposed to be doing? And they're supposed to be using that to repair our roads, to repair our light, and to make everything in Nigeria working and functioning for security. There is absolute no security in Nigeria. So, it is really, really sad. Oh, thank you, ladies. And I want to thank everybody joining us. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the brutality of police, the SARS, the ANSTA, or whatever that is going on in Nigeria right now, with all this killing and destruction, because the youth want their voice to be heard. And that's what we're talking about. So we welcome all of you. So now we're going to go to the next question. Number 4 question is, what do we think can be done to help retirees, teachers, and those that are not being paid years after years and they have died waiting for their money? Let's start with the Sister Lillian. What do you think about that? What should be done about that?
I thought you would start with Foxy Mama because she.
Foxy Mama.
Okay, she's muted. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead anyways.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
So me, what I think is just the structure, the planning. Like we've been saying, let them go back to the drawing board, to the table, and say, we want to restructure Nigeria. This is how much these people are going to be earning. So it is what you earn. The people sit down and say, okay, when you serve for 20 years, 25 years, or 30 years, this is the money you're going to be pensioning with. This is the money you will retire with. And the money will be there. And they will have a guiding body. It's just like we have the Social Security and all that will be in charge of all these things. So it's okay. This is the money you've worked, or maybe your company, this is what they're going to pay you for your retirement money. Then they have all those things in place. They need to have that body that will be monitoring and handling that particular part. Then also, they will also have, like the Medicare, Medicaid that they have in abroad, they will have it for the elderly people. Nobody should retire and be sick and not being able to have access to medical support. Yeah. So they should have all that too, on grant for them, as long as they have served the government. And those people who have not served the government, maybe they're in business, they also can buy, because people who are doing businesses, they buy these things, they donate, they put money into their 401ks and all their savings. So it's a big structure and overhaul that needs to be done. But for us to be able to do that, you need a good governance. A good president, a vice president, and the governors who will sit down so that we create these genuine bodies who will manage all these things and not give money to dead and alive, invisible and invisible, who are not, there to receive. Because there are a lot of dead people who are receiving pension in Nigeria.
Oh my God, that is horrible. That is horrible. And she's right.
We need a honest body to manage this thing. And like Pastor Blessing said, the change is not just starting from just the top. I keep saying it, the change is starting from all of us. Everybody is going to get involved. You that works in the ministry, you are there to do your work. So the government has to increase salary. Because if people are a little bit well paid, they will not be taking bribe when you go there to do your passport or you go there to process the paper. So that's what I think. A structure, bodies that can manage the government properly, genuinely, that good governance will help us to have a good direction to where we're going to.
Thank you, Sister Lillian. Sister Nena, what do you think about this? Should they pay them or leave them to be suffering like this and dying for nothing after they have worked for years and served the country? The railway workers, all these older people that have nothing to fall back to. What do you think?
Well, as it is, Listen, everything, all these questions that you're asking, we have a plan. It is all written down. Our constitution has it there. We have a pension fund in Nigeria, but it doesn't work. So the question is accountability, accountability, accountability. How do we hold people accountable? How do you explain it that somebody has the pension fund and then the person goes to put it in a bank for 1 month or for 6 months and getting 13% of 400 million or 1 billion naira, and then the person collects that? So how can we as a people stop all of that? Because there are banks that hold this money sometimes, and then somebody puts it in this name and is collecting upfront. So we have to figure out a way to keep people accountable. The first way is through the ballot, by voting. The second way is we have to just pretty much hold our people accountable. We have to create a social security welfare.
But how do we vote when the voice of the people is so hard to be heard? They do not look at what is going on right now. The voting in Nigeria, to me, I think it is not the right way to vote. They always manipulate everything. How do we vote when they wouldn't even let our voice be heard? We don't even know if they have a senatorial seat. We don't even know if they have this or they have that, where they have meetings to put things together. How do we then vote? Go ahead.
I've always said that the young people need to get involved. Go and get your voter's card, and don't wait till 2023. Go and get like now we have started this movement with EndSARS. Now begin to tell everybody that is coming out. Start now. Go and start registering for whatever party. You can actually form a new party. I would advise the young people to form their own party right now, and that way they now know the people in power know that they are forming their parties and their voices are going to be heard, and begin to make these demands. There's no other way. I mean, that is probably the most important way to get your voices heard, and also begin to demand that you guys want some positions, because I don't know how many people have 100 million to go and buy a voters to go and buy to pay for to become a governor, or to pay 20 million. I don't have it. And I can almost tell you that most young people do not have to, unless their fathers were in government before.
Yes.
But if we all come together as a block and we all go and get our voters card and say, okay, we want, without a doubt, that every political party, when we are voting, we have to give an allotment for young people, even if it means 20 seats must be represented by young people, and then begin to change the constitution. Make it that mandatory that if you're above 60, you cannot be in government anymore. You cannot be a governor. I don't know what a 75-year-old man is doing as president.
I completely agree.
Like when you're talking about Twitter, what's my president going to tell me about Twitter? About social media and things like that, right? Or about becoming a YouTuber and things like that. So we have to get young people, more dynamic mind, people who want to serve. But the only way we can do it is through the ballot box.
You're right.
Before you go ahead, somebody said something here.
Okay.
Onyi Chiku. The person said we need better programs in place for the youth. Absolutely. I think this person is really very right, because another problem, sorry that I'm jumping in, is that our youths are not well cared for. So it still boils down to starting from the educational system. What kind of school are they going to? What kind of teachers are teaching them? It's so it's so shameful that you hear some of our graduates talk today and you begin to say, did you say you graduated? They'll say, yes, I just finished now. It's shameful. It's not their fault. Somebody who is going to school now for 4 years or 5 years is studying computer, never sees a computer, never sees the keyboard. What do you want this to do? Yeah. I went to Nika for 2 years for theater arts. We never saw anything. All we're doing was dancing and shaking waist. The day only was. So what do you want the person to do when there's no practical? So the thing is, we need to reform the school system. As they're talking about the police, the schools also needs that. And the teachers need to be well educated. You need to teach the teacher to teach the students.
Exactly.
So I like that thing the person wrote there. Our youth needs to come back to normal, so that just my take on that.
Thank you very much. Also, Pastor Blessing, what is your take on this question? The retirees, you like you're retired in Nigeria and you live everywhere in the world, and what do you think should be happening to all of you? You were a teacher, what is going on over there? Because how would you get your money? What do you think they should do right now with all this money that they are owing people?
Well, what I say is that the pension fund has been given by federal government to states. But the problem there is that people that they gave the money to, they are misusing the money. Most of them use the money for their personal reason. They use it for business. They don't bring it out they don't bring the money out for the people that need the money, like all those people that need the money for their pension money. They don't give it out to them. So they always, I don't know what the government can do about it, because I don't really know. Maybe if there is anything they can do, maybe like to make it easy for the pensioner to have their money, maybe they should pay the money directly to their accounts. I think that would be better, instead of giving it to the offices to hand the money. Once they have the name, I think it's possible, if there's a way they can assign like a central government, like central bank or whatever bank the person is using, to start putting the money into their account. I think that would be better, instead of the money going to the offices to get the money. It's not easy. It's not easy.
That's why the retirement fund, like Nena said, they are not using it.
Yeah,
they are not using it.
They have all those things: retirement fund, 401k, different types of retirement thing. It's there. There are some organizations that manages these things. So it is not the government. There are organizations, accounting organizations that manages them. So when that time comes, all you need to do is you go, you show your paper, you show the proof, and you begin to collect your money.
Exactly. Exactly. They have to,
and the money goes direct into your bank account and not to somebody else,
Exactly.
That would
Coming
be better,
to tell you to give you cash. How do a Nigerian government pay people cash? A big country like that. But anyways, we're about to round up this special, topic that we are holding on, and I know that we're gonna continue to talk about it. But my last question before we actually get out of this phone and that we all introduce ourselves, so that people can follow us on our different channels and our church and everything that we want people to do. What can people in diaspora, we that are in diaspora, what can we do to help? Is there anything that we think that we can do that will be able, I just need like a minute, few seconds from everybody to say what we in diaspora can do to be able to help these people? What can we do? Will our money be seen as a support or something to loot again? And also put a little light on this food that they're hiding. What would happen if we send our money? Do you think the same thing will be happening? Just like few seconds from everybody. Let's hear that, then we'll go to closing.
Are you talking about to the protesters or to... I'll leave somebody to talk though.
Okay, I left Sister Nena to talk about that.
Well, without a doubt, the first things first is our voices, what we're doing right now. Thank you for this platform. Be sure to check out Foxy Mama 365. That's where you can find me on YouTube. The first thing is our voices. It might be little, but it means a lot to the people back home. So we continue to talk. We continue to, use our voices and say, hey, it's not right. We have to continue talking. And then secondly, of course, we also send money back home. We help people whenever we can. We also have vested interest back home. Even those of us here too, we can also still register and still try to vote when we can, if it's possible. So let your voices continue to be heard. Continue to speak up. Continue to join. You can also send money, like she said earlier on. You can donate. You can donate to many associations back home. Feed the people, protesters. Help. The protesters. That's pretty much what we can do from here.
I'm all for donating, but I want us to put it in the right hands. Do the right channel, because donating is one thing, giving it is another thing. Because your mission is for it to get to the people. Have a foundation where you have somebody heading it that can help the people that you can help in the certain area you want to help. We can only reach one person at a time. That's my belief. Sister Lillian, what do you think? What's your final thought? Please tell us where we can find you also.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. The Real Lillian Show is on YouTube. So follow me there. And also I'm on Facebook Live, a lot. So please follow me there. What I want to say quickly is that it's very inhuman for anybody to be keeping food. As the kind of food we saw in those warehouses, for you to stock those food there and people are hungry around your neighborhood. Even some of them, their families are hungry. And you have those food stacked out like that. Number one, it's very inhuman. It's unfair. So those people that have seen it, that have discovered it, kudos. I'm very happy that they are all going there to take the food. It is their right, it is their money. Then number two, donating is not a problem. The only problem I have with who are the people you are donating to. Most of these organizations, you donate to them, they don't use the money for the right cause. There is a man who was here one time soliciting for clothes from people that he was going to give it to people back home. And they went to discover that this man was having a boutique back home that he opened.
Can you imagine?
Close to the
Can
people.
you imagine?
So that's why I said that most of the changes need to start from us. Our integrity need to change. We need to change. We need to say our year is our year.
Yes.
If we donate money to you, if we not say, oh, the people in diaspora, there is somebody they're going to be donating to. You will see the person who wants to collect the money, the tail will be shaking like this. By the time you donate all the money, the person is not giving the money to the right people. So that is another fear and another problem that we have. So this particular time with all these things happening, if you have a reliable family member, you can give them the money and say, please, your area where you are, the people protesting, buy them food, buy them water, buy them drink. If you want to do that, it is good to give, but let us be careful who we are giving the money to. That's what I am going to say.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you so much, Will Lillian Shaw. Pastor Blessing, tell us, where can we get you if we need prayer or we need any kind of explanation of things about God, especially now that people are really going through so much, and give us your final thought about this.
Yeah, you can get me on Facebook, Blessing Obido, and also get me on my messenger, also on Instagram, Obido on Instagram. So my own opinion is this, like, if we want to support people back home, the only thing we need to do is that we should not handle whatever we are sending back home to one person. We should have it like a group of people that will give account, not only one particular person, because if you handle it to them, they will just misuse the money for their own selfish reason. But if they are like group, if this maybe like one person wants to start misusing the money, another one will open up and call and said, this is what they are doing on what you send back home. So I think it's always good to leave it for group to do. I think that is all I have to say for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Pastor Blessing. Thank you, Real Lillian Shaw. Thank you, Sister Nena Foxy Mama 365. I love that your name. It is like, oh my God.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Queen Amina. I think she's having problem with her computer or network problem. But I want to thank all of you for coming. And I think that Nigerians need to sit together. Nigerians need to plan for the youth. They need to put good schools in system. And they need to put good roads and good lights and good, everything that is going on in Nigeria. I think that they need to really focus and stay focused. I still believe that Nigeria is very disfocused. We need to stay focused and concentrated. We need to do what is right. We need to do it the right way. And I am happy what the youth are doing. The youth are here to bring to us our knowledge that it is time to move. Yes, a lot of them has died. They are our heroes, even though they died. And I think that their names should be inscripted everywhere. Our heroes that died fighting for the good cause of Nigeria. That's what I think. And I think that the retirees should be paid, and the teachers and all that, and all the people that they are owing, they should pay them the proper way, and they should put things in place. And we in diaspora, if we need to help, like I originally said, we need to set up with people we know we can trust, or get few people to be running it. I have a foundation in Nigeria. That's what I do. I have few people that are running it. And when I need to do a big thing, I go to Nigeria and join them in doing it. And we make sure that the food gets to the right proper channels. So I want to say thank you all for coming. And I thank God that God will continue to work in Nigeria. And I pray for all our leaders in churches in Nigeria that they will really come together and do what they need to do to support Nigeria and to pray for Nigeria, and really, really pray for Nigeria, because people don't even believe in what they are doing, because we know most of them are working with the government to loot the country. So I just want to say thank you all. And I'm going to tell you all to follow me on my Facebook and follow me on Instagram. My YouTube channel is Real Blessing Chukwu. So while you're there, turn on your notification bell, subscribe. Send me an email about our post show and the show that we're doing today if you have any confusion or question. And we will let you know what we think. We do not know everything, but we continually search, and just like you search to make sure that everything is going on well, like me, share me, and comment, and tell your friends about what I'm doing. On Sundays at 10 a.m. tomorrow, join me on Time to Connect as I bring in depth the word of God on how God is leading us and how God wants us to be and live with our family in this 21st century. At the Real Blessing Chukwu Show, we talk about social, we talk about family, and we talk about religion. And in everything we talk about, most importantly, we focus on the God child to show them how God potential is there for them and they can attain greater height, especially in Nigeria, where the girl child is not really treated the way they're supposed to be treated. I support the widows, the battered and abused women. Join me on my show and join me on Time to Connect tomorrow. Thank you for coming and thank you for calling in. Thank you for joining us. May the Lord richly bless you. I love you all.
Thank you, everybody.
And stay connected with me on Time to Connect. Bless you all. Be blessed. I love you all. Love each other and continue to do great. Nigeria.